Hey, sorry about that. My phone ended up ringing, and of course that shuts the camera off. And I was an hour and 40 into it. I was pushing my YouTube limits anyways, so that was probably a prudent thing to do. As far as I understand, Aragorn's gone and Bilbo is gone. We still have 3 more to go. We cannot lose this mission. If we lose, then it says the campaign's over for us. We finally found this vault, okay? So we're gonna, explore that now. Bilbo was the most equipped for it because he can handle darkness, right? But his turn is now over. I'm sort of glad we were aggressive with him because I was able to aggressively get this revealed. So I know you see an inspiration token, but that's really supposed to be, it's unexplored. So we got some situations here. We have Gimli, who's away from everybody. We have Elena here, who could get into the vault and at least explore it. But she's, of course, going to have to deal with a darkness penalty. Not that that's the end of the world, but she may have to do that. And then we have Legolas, of course, who's in a pickle. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate Gimli. And I'm just going to move him up like this, and we're going to deal with that last search token there. Is that really worth doing? We have those black boats we need to attack. We have... Let me click on it and see what it is. It's the rooster. And we can, this is a weird one. A hero who has a tactic card prepared may set a trap. Gimli actually has a tactic card. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I moved Gimli there. We're going to set the trap. So we lay the snare. We gain an inspiration and then discard the search token. Well, Gimli's already got... Well, that was a worthless thing. He's already maxed out on his inspiration. Okay, so that didn't do any good. And that actually is his full turn. So Legolas is in trouble because I didn't think this through. I should have put Gimli on the Orc Scout. So that way Gimli can guard either one. So, yeah, we're in trouble. 1 second, I have to respond to something. Okay, so back to the game here. I probably didn't, I got so enraptured with the idea that we had to set a trap, right? And that Gimli had the correct card to do it, so it was a free success. We do still have Elena, but I'm going to go ahead and start with Legolas. Let's get this thing on the road. Legolas has to kill those wargs that are in his space. So I'm looking at the wargs. They have 8 armor, or I'm sorry, 8 health points and 1 armor. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's just utter crap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he does have 5 inspiration, so he'll spend 1 to get 2 successes there. And then he has a honed agility that makes it 3. So that'll be 5, 6, 7, 9 damage. It will be enough to kill them. Because he can cleave and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. 1 action, and they're toast. All right, so then somebody gets an inspiration. He can give it to Aragorn, and he will. Aragorn is now maxed out at 4. So now Gimli has a choice. Or I'm sorry, Legolas. Do we talk to the farmer and get that out of the way, or do we attack the troll? This troll is gargantuan. It has 21 health points. We're not going to kill it. Obviously, we'd maybe be able to do some damage to it. I'm going to talk to the farmer. Let's get it out of the way. Although Aragorn gets to do it for free, I'm still going to do it. All right. I do believe that's the last of my critters. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Let me find some way to repay you. The lore went up by 3. That was huge. And then the person token's gone. All right. It doesn't help us, I know. But I was able to at least do it. And get it done. So now we have Elena here. Elena is going to go in to the vault. And we're going to take this token, which she's going to have to discard because she's already maxed out. And I'm just looking at her skills real quick. There's a single dusty mirror, and it's all the way at the end. So she's not going to be able to reach it and deal with it. And then there's a scroll in her current location. So she can spend her whole action to move 1 space and not deal with that threat token, or we can resolve this scroll now and then deal with the threat token later. In both cases, the threat token is not going to be dealt with until later. I'm going to go ahead and resolve the scroll. I have long been buried, yet still many wish to sunder my head and bite my flesh. I do no harm until my skin is pierced, for then they who pierce me will soon pay with their tears. You chuckle, remembering the first time you realize the answer, an onion. Gain 2 inspiration, then discard. Well, that's great. She's maxed out, so didn't do anything except for remove the token. So, okay, at the end of my turn. Okay, so the goblin here is moving 2 to attack Elena. 1, 2. Okay, Elena has this Child of Lune, and she's going to apply 4 hits and stun him. So he's toast. I don't know how to resolve that. Oh, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll click on stun, but it doesn't matter. He's as good as dead. So nearby hero gets an inspiration. Gimli's the only one nearby, and he's full up. So the goblin basically committed suicide. That's good. And now the troll is going to move 1 to attack Elena. Elena is too far away, so we're going to have the troll move 1 and attack Aragorn. So we're going to hit attack. He's going to do 4 damage and might negates. After this, Ulick moves 1 away from the closest hero. Excuse me. So he moves 1 away, so I'll move him back to there. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. He's going to mitigate 2 of the damage of the 4. And he's determined, so we're going to go ahead and play that. And draw another one. And now he's going to spend 2 tokens to mitigate all 4 damage. That worked out perfectly. Okay, so no damage was done by the troll. And now there's a darkness step. Suffer 2 fear. Spirit negates. So that's why Elena went into the dark. Because she does have 4 spirit. And here's our first 2 cards. So she already negated it. And here's 3 and 4. And she negated it even more. So, no worries there. So, everybody's in great shape. Threat goes up by 13, though. And we just blew past another milestone. Thunder shakes the ruins. Da, da, da. All spaces are now darkness. See, what did I tell you? More orcs are coming from their boats. So, a goblin scout. Oh, okay. These guys are just going to keep coming. There's a goblin scout. Orc hunter. with a banner. Goblin Scout. Is with the troll. Two orc hunters. All right, and that's it. Okay, everybody's scouting too. So Gimli, Aragorn, and Legolas get to scout 3. And then of course Aragorn still has his pretty cool skill. So we got some serious battles on everybody except for whoever's going into this darkness, which right now is Elena. And then we got some battles to get to our exit. And I think everybody has to get to the exit, which is part of the thing that I'm concerned about here. But anyways, I'm going to draw 3 for Aragorn, and it's these 3. So I'm going to go ahead and take and discard that one, and then this other one's going to go on the bottom. And then we're going to draw 3 more. Oh, look at that. We just mitigated all the weakness. And I guess I'll prepare the spirit one. So he has 1 success for sure on top, but we know that all the weaknesses are on the bottom. So next we move to Gimli, who actually has, he's full up. I'm not sure I want to take any of his away, but let's go ahead and prepare. 1, 2, 3. So here we go. Wit, Restless Axe, Unyielding Spirit. I'm going to go ahead and actually equip the Restless Axe. And we're going to toss this. And the other 2 are going to just go on the bottom. So I am taking a bit of a risk because Gimli does not have anything on top of his deck that matters. But that's okay. Legolas definitely needs some successes if we're going to try to take out this troll or those archers. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 for Legolas, and this one's a pretty easy one. We're going to equip and discard the weakness. And now 1, 2, 3. We got ourselves this situation, and we'll go ahead and equip the wit. And we move to Bilbo. He has embraced the darkness, which we prepared that a long time ago, expecting fully that this was going to happen. And that's my criticism of this game, is it's a bit predictable in that regard. But I still struggle mightily with knowing what the heck I need to do. You would think that if it's so predictable that I can do that. And it's really funny how I'm a victim of my own criticism here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and equip and discard the weakness. And draw 3. And then we have this situation. So I'm going to put the wit, I'm going to prepare the wit, and then usual suspect the rest. And give me 1 second. Okay, so last but not least is Elena. All right, so Elena only gets to draw 2. Oh my gosh, look at this. 2 successes. I don't need Traveling Song. Everybody has so many tokens, it's not even funny. So I'm actually just going to put both successes on top of her deck and call it a day. Okay, so just to recap where we're at. And this is Aragorn. He has Thorongil, which will let him draw 4 cards if he's in a battle. It also lets him sprint 1 if he wants to just move a space for free. We have Honed Agility and Undying Spirit in case he needs to pass those tests. We got rid of his Might a while ago. He has 1 success guaranteed on top. Okay? We have Gimli here, who has the You Cannot Pass with the Guard 2. This is a Might bonus, so he gets a success for Might. And then this is the defense. So anytime we get attacked, we get to convert a fate to 2 successes for 1 inspiration. Okay, that's extremely important because we're gonna probably get attacked a lot now. And then we have Restless Axe. So at the start of his turn, he may discard the skill to attack and add 2 hits. I may not use it right now, but if I'm with the troll, I can maybe use it next turn. Okay, so Legolas here has the ability to shoot 2 spaces away or add a strike 2. He's got immortality, so he can rest or add a strike 2. On the hunt means that everybody who attacks that's near him gets a automatic inspiration, and then Clever Wit. Bilbo has Self-Sufficient, which I don't think is going to help much, but he can use it to hide in a pinch. Embrace the Darkness means he can now convert 1 fate to a success automatically. That's even including during tests or attacks. And then Clever Wit, he uses wit for his attacks, so I think that's a really good combo. And then Elena over here just has Wisdom and Time of Need. Not super helpful. She also has Immortality, which helps, and that's it. So here we go. I'm starting with Aragorn, of course, because I have to, because of my thing. So I'm believe it or not, I'm going to use Thorongil to sprint 1 because I want to take out this troll. So we're going to move up, and he's going to take on the troll. And so we're going to draw 3 because his might is only 3. So here's 1, 2, and 3. He does get an inspiration because he's next to Legolas and using Legolas' skill. There was what we wanted right there. But anyways, he will spend 2 inspiration to make this 3 successes. Okay, 3 successes is perfect. That's all the better he can do. And that lets him do 5 hits plus 3 hits. And that's it. There's no pierce or anything like that. So it's 5 hits plus 3 hits. And that's all he's really going to get to do. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is going to get to attack back. So we're going to have to do an agility, and it's 3 and 1. And he's going to move 1 away. Oh, come on, you stinker. So the agility is only 2. And he'll spend 1 inspiration to cancel 1 thing, which will be the damage. So he's actually taking 2 damage and 1 fear. This is not good. So here's the damage. Face down. Discard all of your boons, then flip face down. He has no boons. And then face down. Okay, so the troll moves away 1 space. And then he's going to just finish off this scout. So 1, 2, 3. You can see here he only has 1 success. He's out of tokens. He used 1 to mitigate the damage. No, he got a token because he's next to Legolas. I forgot about that. So he'll spend the token to get 2. Well, he might. Let's look at. If he had 1 hit, it's only going to be 1 success is only 3 hits. So he's going to make it 2 successes and spend that token that Legolas gave him. And then he gets a token. So we damaged the troll and we killed a scout. That's at least something. Okay. It's something, folks. It's not everything. Okay, so now I'm going to do Elena because Elena is what matters. So she's going to move to this threat token, which is there. Okay, and then I know you're probably very interested to see what it says, so I am as well. You have gazed at the mirror for only a few minutes before Race stepped towards your reflection. One of them bows to you. After so long separated from the rest of the mirror, our loneliness is over, he says. Tell us how we can serve you. You know leaving Nodalar unbroken becomes riskier every moment, but Adaran's orcs threaten to cut off your escape from the city. Perhaps the Race could be helpful. I'm going to smash the mirror. Brave scowl as you heft a mallet. Some worker left here long ago. Wait, we can be of use to you. And of course, it's a strength test, which she's not good at. Her strength is only 2, but we have 2 successes, so we know that's probably not gonna be enough, is it? Web critics, they glare at you incredulously. No, we are at your service. Gain 1 inspiration. Destroy the other piece. I didn't destroy it. Come on. Okay, so she's gonna end her turn by moving 1 space away. And so now we got Bilbo, 1, 2, he's 3 spaces away. This is not good, folks. So now we're gonna have to send Gimli in. I should have probably commanded the Race, shouldn't I? Since she wasn't strong enough to destroy it. Gimli's the only one close enough, so he's gonna move 1, 2, and now he's going to go, and we're gonna test his mallet. 2, 3, 4. This is what we got. We got 1 success. What kind of punk? So we're gonna do this for a 2nd success, and then he will spend all 3 of his tokens for 5 successes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Enough already. 1,000 is, so become determined and discard this. Final objective, we have to escape now. Win or lose this adventure, the campaign will continue. Oh, come on. 3 orc marauders have now showed up. One, 2, 3. So unfortunately, they're way in the back. See that? It's going to take me several turns just to get them out of dodge. Legolas can shoot from where he stands and try to kill some people. And then Bilbo can go up and try to like damage this troll. So what do I do? Well, Bilbo's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna charge right in, and he's at the home base. And I know it seems crazy, but we got to do that. We got to get out. And I'm looking at Gimli. Gimli is unfortunately 5 spaces away. So his whole next turn, he's not going to make it back home unless we find a way to move him for free. And I guess Bilbo could have been the one to do that, but he doesn't have the ability to. So now I have Legolas, and I'm going to spend 1 token because Legolas can scooch forward 1 for free. He doesn't have to. He can shoot 2 spaces away with his keen strike, but it doesn't matter. It's just moving him towards his objective. And then we're going to attack the troll. So there's 1, 2. Those were prepared. And then here's 3 and 4, and look how awful that is. Come on. So he does get an inspiration because of his on the hunt skill. So we're looking at 5 hits with cleave. So let's pull the troll up. Cleave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not enough to kill him. I can add strike 4. It's not enough to kill him, so I'm just going to apply the damage, call it a day. He does not get to attack. So now Legolas is going to attack again. All the weaknesses are gone, folks. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, there's 3 successes. And then for 1 token, he's got a 4th success. So we're going to do that. And oh, by the way, he gets a token because of his... See this on the hunt? Once per turn. Oh, he already got one. So never mind. He can't get another one. But it doesn't matter. We still have one. So we're going to get 4 successes. So that's 5, 6, 7. That's 9 hits. The cleave doesn't matter, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I can add strike 2, strike 2, strike 2. I'm going to add 6 more. We're going to unload on this guy. We're going to give Aragorn the inspiration. Huge troll roars and rages, rain blows, but finally succumbs. You prepare the killing strike, but are swarmed by goblins upon you to save Uluk. The melee is bloody, brutal, and short, and when the dust settles, Uluk is gone, having limped to safety while goblin lives bought at time. You and each nearby hero gain a boon of your choice. These boons aren't that helpful, to be quite honest with you. So I'm going to take Emboldened because we do have enemies on our space. So Emboldened for him, Emboldened for Bilbo, and then Emboldened for Aragorn. So everybody's emboldened. The troll is at least gone. And an inspiration I'm giving to Aragorn. Legolas's turn is over. And I think that's everybody. So I have to end my turn again. So this scout is moving to attack Elena. Elena is nowhere near her, so we got to choose who the scout's going to attack. It could be Aragorn, Legolas, or Bilbo. All 3 of them are candidates. Bilbo actually has successes on top of him, so I'm going to go ahead and have him attack Bilbo. Okay, so Mike cancels. We only have to cancel 2. There's our situation. So I will discard a token and cancel both. I'm just checking. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so now the archer that's in Bilbo's space is attacking Bilbo. Okay, so wit negates 2 damage and 2 fear. Wit negates. He gets 4 wit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we drew 2 weaknesses and 2 successes. That was awful. Okay. So the 2 successes was good. And so we can make this a 3rd, but it doesn't matter. Fear doesn't hurt Bilbo. So he'll block the 2 damage and he'll take 2 fear. So here's the 2 fear. The first one, each nearby hero flips 1 damage face up. There's the only one that has that is Aragorn, and he loses his Emboldened. So no big deal there. And then Greed, deplete another hero's item. That's not a problem. Who else has an item? Gimli, Aragorn does. He'll deplete Aragorn's interact with a person handkerchief. Okay, so now these guys down here are trying to attack Aragorn. They move one space. They can do that, so they're going to move one space and attack Aragorn. So agility negates. Okay, so they have one success, and remember Gimli's ability, if they spend an inspiration, this is the defense instruction, they get to convert that into 2 successes. So this is 3 successes, he blocked it all. So well done. And then last but not least, those 3 marauders up there are going to attack Aragorn. So all 3 marauders have moved into Aragorn's space, and they're attacking him. Might negates. If we suffer any damage from this attack, you and the Orc Marauder move 1 space towards the closest threat token. Okay, he's doing 3 damage and 1 fear. And we get to draw 3. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. That was awful. So we succeeded at blocking 2. There's nobody with guard, because Gimli is too far away to guard. Okay, so yeah, Aragorn's going to take 1 damage and 1 fear, and then he's going to get moved towards that boat. So here's his damage. Decrease each of your stats by 1. At the end of your turn, flip it face down. And then the fear, at the end of your turn, he's going to suffer a fear. But if he has to do wisdom and wit checks, he gets to add 1. So Aragorn's in trouble. And then he got sucked towards this boat. Now every hero is suffering 2 fear, spirit negates. So Aragorn, of course, is getting a weakness because we're at the bottom of his deck. All of his weaknesses were at the bottom. So we hit all the way down to the bottom. That stinks. So here's the next card. I had to reshuffle. He blocks 1, and then he's going to play the Unyielding Spirit to block the other. So we're done with that nonsense. He does get a fear because it's the end of the round, because of that other stupid card. After you or a nearby hero suffers 1 or more fear from darkness, that hero suffers an additional 1. Way to go, Aragorn. Okay, so Aragorn. Now we go to Gimli. Here's his 4 cards. He drew 2 weaknesses and a useless. He only got 1 success, so he does take 1 fear. Yeah, he takes 1 fear, and it just says flip face down. All right. Legolas draws just 2, and he's going to spend 2 tokens. Otherwise, he loses the emboldened. All right, and then Bilbo is drawing 3. He blocks 1, and his Embrace the Darkness gives him a 2nd success. So he doesn't take any. And then Alina gets to draw 4. So here's her 4. And she'll go ahead and spend 2 tokens to wipe that out. All right, so now threat's going up by 12. A descendant of those who left him were unsettled for enters the tower's high chamber. The orcs at his beck and call make to secure the ruin. Place 1 ruffian as indicated. This is Adoran. That's not a problem. We already destroyed it. So Adarin is there. More orcs pour from their boats. So we get a goblin scout. So let me move this camera up for you. Goblin scout just appeared where Aragorn is. A goblin scout is there. Three goblin scouts are here. And that's it. Boy, is this getting nasty. All right, so now we do a scout 2. Bilbo is on the space with Aragorn. And I forgot he has a torch, so we could have ignored darkness. So Aragorn wouldn't have had to test for darkness. I'm so sorry. So let me play this. I'm going to reverse the this one that Aragorn took and give him one of his tokens back. So that's done. Okay, the next thing is he has food. So at the start of the rally phase, you may deplete this item for heroes in your space to collectively discard 2 damage and fear. And it doesn't say that they have to be face down. And so he has 4 of them. So at the start of their, so we're going to deplete his food. This is his Tookish apple cakes. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of the 2 face-ups for him. Because it doesn't say they have to be face down. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I don't know if it means I could only do it once. At the start of the rally phase, you may deplete this item for heroes in your space to collectively discard. So can I deplete it again? I don't know. I'm going to deplete it again. And we're going to discard 2 more. So he's down to just 1. So Bilbo was able to heal him because Bilbo is actually in that. Oh, Bilbo's not in the space with him. I'm sorry. Dang it. So 1, 2. The good news is when I discarded them, they're just at the bottom of the deck. So no worries there. 3 and 4. Okay. Bilbo was not able to use food to help him. But Bilbo can use his pipe. So he is going to use his pipe, and that's going to allow him to prepare 1 additional card during scouting and discard his 2 face down fear. So he didn't care that he had fear. So he's at least going to heal himself. So we just need Bilbo and Aragorn to be on the same page. Okay. This is getting extremely crazy. So let's start with Aragorn. Even if he tries to leave his space, he's going to get attacked by so many people. There's 3 marauders. There's actually just 2 groups of people there. All right, so 1, 2, 3 for Aragorn. We got lead the charge. After you attack, you may discard the skill to gain an inspiration and for a nearby hero to also attack. I'm going to prepare that. And then we're going to put this, of course, on the bottom. And I'm going to discard his honed agility and draw 2 more. And we have Strider. and this isolated nonsense, which is going to go to the bottom. And I'm going to leave, I'm going to prepare Strider. And then put that on top. Okay, so that's Aragorn. So now I'm moving to Gimli. One, two, just two for Gimli. He's got two really good ones. He's just going to be moving this turn, folks, so unless he can get a card that helps him move more, which I don't think he has, this is really just a worthless exercise. You know, could I prepare one of these? So the final defense here says, when you or a nearby hero performs a last stand, you may discard the skill to add one. That actually might be helpful, considering how many enemies are on the board. And then I'll just put the ready defense on top. So we prepared it. I don't know how useful it's going to be, but it's done. Okay, now we move to Legolas. He's going to get to do 3. Oh, by the way, Gimli does not use the Master Tactician that Aragorn has. Gimli's not going to exercise it. He doesn't want to get rid of any of his cards at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4... Okay, so once per turn, before you or nearby hero attacks, that hero gains. We actually get it back. I am so totally taking that. And then I will just put the other ones as usual suspects. And I'm going to toss Clever Wit to scout again. And we got these. So I'm going to do the Resourceful, which gives him an inspiration the moment he prepares it. And then put the weakness on the bottom. And now we move to Bilbo. One, two, three. He's actually next to Aragorn. So this is Bilbo's situation. He's just going to discard the weakness and then do usual suspects and scout again. Oh, remember he actually got an extra card. So this was extra because of his pipe, if you remember. So that's going on the bottom as well. So now he's going to do the scout 3. And oh my gosh, he's got himself. So is there anything here that will help him? Before you test, you may discard. If you would discard Hidden, you may gain 1 inspiration and discard this skill instead. These are helpful for keeping him alive, the 2 quiets. I do admit nobody went after him, but I'm going to keep them for the 3 successes. I think the 3 successes are going to be more helpful. Okay, so Alina. Yay, Macalina. Hey, Macalina. Yes, I have a warped humor. All right, 1, 2, 2 for Alina. I need something that will help somebody sprint. Neither of these will. They're both wonderful. During your turn, you may discard this skill for you and 2 nearby heroes to each discard 1 damage or fear. Then you scout 3. I'm going to go ahead and equip that one. And then I'm going to discard Time of Need to do another scout. And so now we have this situation with 2 traveling songs. I'm going to go ahead and equip the Child of Loon and put the 2 successes on top. Okay, I cannot figure out how to get Gimli to move 1 extra space. We are at 71 out of 90, So I do believe I have one more turn, because we're going to go up, I think, 10 or 11, maybe even 12 fear. So it'll be somewhere around in the mid 80s. Okay. This has to have all heroes in the same space, of course. So we have to get there. Getting Aragorn out of this space is a huge problem. Getting Gimli up to there requires 2 turns, and it could also be a huge problem. It just depends. Aragorn is the only one that's truly injured. Everybody else is sitting actually pretty good right now. Aragorn has to go first because of our ability of scouting that we just did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack the single goblin in his space. So there's a goblin in his space. Let me show you the situation. There's this one goblin here, and then there's 3 marauders. We're going to attack that one goblin. By the way, those threat tokens can be attacked, these boats. It's just how do you get the extra actions to do that? So we're going to attack that goblin with that symbol. It is a very easy goblin to take out. So here we go. 1, 2, and because of his concussion, all of his stats are reduced by 1, so he was only able to draw 2. So he just got 1 success, and that was it. Okay, so 1 success against that goblin's not enough, actually. So we're gonna have to do Strider to get a strike 3, which is pathetic. And then we're gonna do Lead the Charge. So after you attack, we're gonna gain an inspiration, and a nearby hero also gets to attack. But let's do the first thing. His weapon, because of 1 success, only did 2 damage, but then he got rid of Strider to add 3 more. So he did his job. He killed the scout. He's going to gain an inspiration. He also gets one because of the skill Legolas has. I forgot to give that to him. So he's going to get 2 inspiration tokens. I'm going to give both of them to him. I could have given one to Legolas, I guess, but I'm going to... am I going to give both to him? Yes, I am. Okay, so this guy died. He's actually going to give one to Legolas. Sorry. Okay, so we have these 3 marauders next to him, but because we played Lead the Charge, I'm granting Legolas an attack against the 3 marauders. And I need to check real quick, because if I attack while somebody's in my space, do I have to do, what's it called? Provoke. So I'm just going to look up the word provoke and see what causes provoke. A hero, okay, if a hero wishes to move out of space that contains one or more enemy units, they provoke them. If a hero wishes to perform an interact action, they provoke them. Yeah, they are not provoked. So awesome. So Legolas is going to shoot his arrows at those 3 marauders because we need cleave. And please understand, Legolas is emboldened, so he gets to add 2 hits. Okay? So, firstly, he gets another token because he has the On the Hunt. Here's 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, this is like a perfect draw. 4 successes right there. Those marauders are going to be toast. So what symbol do they have? They have this. Okay, so he's got cleave, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2 more for emboldened, and he still has 2 more for other stuff. So yeah, he annihilated them. And all 3 of them are gone, and an inspiration is gained. He's going to give it to Bilbo. All right, so here's why this is important. Because when he kills these 3 marauders, like he just did, Aragorn is now free to move to Bilbo's space. That is the part that's awesome. Okay, so Aragorn's turn is now over, and Aragorn was able to get out of that space and get to the final objective. All right, so now we got this this Goblin Scout annoying Legolas. And we have a whole bunch of stuff in the space with Bilbo. So Legolas is going to go next, and we're going to attack the 3 scouts that are in Bilbo's space. Are we really going to do that? Yes, we are. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and as you can see, we didn't do as well this time. Okay, it was all misses, and so we're going to spend. We got to just figure out how much we need to kill them. Remember, we're still emboldened, so those are. So for being emboldened, we automatically do 2 damage. Okay, and so in order to get cleave, we need 2 successes. So we're going to spend 2 tokens to achieve that. So we're going to add cleave, and then also with it is 5 more hits. So it was more than enough to kill them. All right, so, and then he gets to gain an inspiration, and he will give that to himself. Okay, so these 3 are dead and out. So now he's going to attack the other 2. Actually, there's a scout there, and then there's an archer. So the archer is an elite guy, and then the scout is just a loner. So he's going to attack the 2 archers that are behind him. So we're going to do that. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So same situation, and he'll just spend 2 of his tokens, and I know I'm going to get 1 of them back, so I'm just going to spend 1. And remember, he's emboldened, so we're going to kill these 2 archers. Cleave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Both of the orc hunters are gone, and yes, as I said, he got an inspiration for that. So we eliminated as many of all the groups that we could, because that's Legolas's specialty. And then Legolas will spend 1 more inspiration to move into the space with Bilbo and Aragorn. Now, by moving there like that, it's awesome because he doesn't provoke anybody with his special move. That's his special ability. Okay, so no harm, no foul there. Okay, so Gimli doesn't get to do anything but 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all he gets to do, and declare a thumb war. And then Elena, 1, 2, 3, and she's going to go into the final space and provoke that enemy. So we're going to provoke this guy. Spirit negates, and it's a 1-1, and she'll have to discard an inspiration. All right, so I'm going to discard the inspiration. Well, she could spend them first, but her spirit, she already has 2 successes equipped, and that already blocked everything. And then we're just going to draw 2 more. So she actually had a really wonderful draw, and she's going to spend, she loses an inspiration because of that attack. Okay, couple of things. The first one, this Tale of Tunuvel. During your turn, you may discard this skill for you and up to 2 nearby heroes to each discard 1 damage or 1. It's only 1. But Aragorn's going to get rid of this Dark Whispers that keeps getting him a fear. So that one's gone, and that's it. So Gimli's in that space. He's 1 space away. The only person left now is Bilbo. And Bilbo's going to do something crazy. Bilbo is going to go attack the boat. So see that little threat token there? He's going to move 1 space to there, attack the boat, and then move back. So in order to do that, he has to provoke both of the enemies in his space. So he's going to provoke this archer. So this is going to happen, and he's going to spend his hidden. He's going to discard his hidden to deal with that, okay? However, he's going to play his self-sufficient and become hidden again. So So his hidden comes back. So he takes no damage from that. And then we also provoke this guy. And this one's a might negate. And after he suffers damage, discard a card. So might's going to be fine because he draws 2 and he has 2 successes on top of his deck. So he successfully navigates that. And no damage. So now we're going to click on this thing and we're going to attack the black ship. Attack from a safe distance, steer clear of the orcs, prepare an ambush. Let's prepare an ambush. Before you can enact a black arrow, Golgotar shouts to them, fire. You and each hereby hero suffers 2 damage. That's everybody. Agility negates. Okay, so we gotta do that. So everybody suffers 2 damage. Agility negates. So here's Aragorn. He'll spend a token to negate it. Gimli is easy. He's already got 1 success. Oh, he only has 1 agility. Sorry, we weren't supposed to know what that other card said. So I guess he takes a damage. So we'll reveal it, and it just says flip face down, so done. And now we're moving to Bilbo, Aragorn, or I'm sorry, Legolas. He's near the bottom. I know there's some weaknesses down there, but I'll go ahead and draw. No, because if Legolas takes damage, he loses his emboldened. So we're going to, oh no, you know what? We can do the test and then check. So here's, oh, okay. So Legolas blocked 1, and oh, his cloak. We can do this, and his cloak will block the other. So done. And now we move to Bilbo, and Bilbo actually has a success on top. He gets to keep drawing. There's 2, and there's 3. So he actually successfully avoided damage. And then Alina only gets to draw 2. She is not hidden. So she can spend 2 tokens, or Gimli can just guard. Oh, you know what? She'll spend 1 token. Gimli has that ability that turns it into 2 successes. So that's what she's going to do. She'll spend her 1 token and get 2 successes. That's what Gimli's ability does as a guardian. Okay, once the arrows stop following, you'll get Golgotar's boat again, but it's pulling further out in the lake while the orcs' boats follow. Golgotar stopped you from doing all you hope, but you have bought time for yourselves nonetheless. Gain 1 inspiration and become determined. If you're already determined, gain 2 inspiration instead. Okay, Bilbo is actually already determined, so he just gained 2 inspiration, and then, oh, come on. All right, so the threat token is gone. We're going to give him 2 inspiration. He actually had room for that. Okay, and then it says that 3 scouts are showing up. I mean, what's the point? If he's going to move away, why are 3 scouts showing up? And then 1 more scout showing up, where Gimli is. Okay, so there's one final thing we got to do. Bilbo moved over, attacked, and then they said he was moving back. I didn't bother moving him, but in order for him to move back, he now has to provoke those 3 goblin scouts that just showed up. So we're going to provoke these guys, and this is a huge-ass thing. Okay, so Gimli has that 1 card that guards from 1 space away, but I'm not going to use it. I'm going to just discard my hidden and prevent all damage. So, done. Bilbo is not hidden at the moment, and that's it for now. Okay, so that's my turn, and I think we did fairly well. Now we're going to get pummeled a bit. And I have to hit end turn because Gimli is still one space away. So hitting end turn. Okay, so the scout is attacking Alina. Might negates, and she just needs one to succeed. So there we go. There's one. And she does have to draw 2 cards. There was the other one. Okay, so she succeeded at blocking that damage. And by the way, I'm just checking my cards real quick. Did anybody need to rest or heal anything? And I'm just checking. No. Okay, moving on. All right, so now we have okay, the archer. So far, here's what's happened. That scout that's in the space with the group attacked. Now that same archer is attacking in the same space. He wants to attack Gimli. And so he's going to stay in his space to attack Gimli because he's an archer. Wit negates, and it's 5 damage. Holy buckets. All right, so he only has, well, for the purposes of negating, his armor lets him draw 4 cards. And that's a good thing, because look, we just drew 2 weaknesses. So here's 3, and here's 4. Okay, he has no tokens, folks. Oh my gosh, if he takes 5 damage, he's actually going to have to do a last stand. Oh, Gimli's hidden. Oh my gosh, he's hidden. Look at this. So I know I was supposed to do that before we drew those cards. I'll put those cards back on top of his deck. But we got rid of the hidden. All right, so this next one's attacking Gimli. It is the... what the heck is that? Oh, one second. This is Adarin. Adarin's way down here. All right, so there's no target for him. So he's moving 4 spaces. Oh my gosh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's now in space with Gimli. Okay, so now a goblin scout is attacking. Okay. So these goblin scouts here, this goblin scout is attacking Legolas. However, in order to do it, it's going to move into a space, and Alina is going to play this card, which will do 4 damage and stun it. So that's going to kill it. So Alina just killed it, and it won't get to actually attack. And so now a nearby hero gains an inspiration, and she's going to give it to Gimli. Yeah, she's giving it to Gimli. Nope, yes, she'll give it to Gimli. Okay, next. Those 3 goblins are all moving into the space with Alina, and they're attacking Alina. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. So, might negates, they're going to do 3 damage and 2 fear. So this is bad. So we're going to draw the 2 might here. And we have 1 success with 1 potential failure. So we could... I'm just looking at her cloak. We can possibly negate 2. The 3 damage and 2 fear does not hurt her. It won't make her do a last stand. Gimli's going to play Final Defense, and that guard 3 is only for when... Oh, never mind. Hold on. This one. Guard is normally only in your space, but see, this one is... you can use guard for nearby heroes as well. So we're going to do the guard 3 on Alina, and then she's going to spend her token to guard the other 2. So she takes no damage. All right, now this one here, this one is moving into Bilbo's space to attack Bilbo. There's a lot of enemies there, folks. Okay, so agility negates, and he's trying to do 2 damage. So Bilbo does not have hidden anymore. His agility is 3, and he drew this. And remember that card, defense instruction, still in place. So if we just spend 1 token, we get 2 successes. So done. Bilbo successfully brushed them off. And actually, he doesn't even have to spend a token. He has embraced the darkness. Okay, so Bilbo's done. Okay, so now everybody's suffering 2 fear, spirit negates. So we gotta do 1 more round of checks. Here's Aragorn. He has tokens. And so again, because of the defense instruction, he gets to spend 1 token and it counts as 2 successes. Now we go to Gimli. 1, 2. Yeah, see, he's got the awful stuff. 3, 4. But remember, Gimli now has a token. So we negated the fear. Okay, so now we get to Legolas, who only has 2. And his 2 are weaknesses. So he failed, and he's going to lose his emboldened. So now yeah, he loses his emboldened, and he's going to gain 2 fear. So here's the first one. Discard 1 prepared card. So he will discard his resourceful. And then discard 2 prepared cards or suffer 2 face down fear. Then discard this. He'll take the 2 face down fear. So he's at 3. And he does lose emboldened, which was huge, because that extra 2 hits actually was helpful for him. And that's unfortunate. Because I had a big plan with him doing a lot of damage next round. Okay, so now we move to Bilbo. His spirit is 3. And we drew, so this burdened, and then we have a success, and then we have, so he'll spend a token. No, I'm sorry. Embrace the darkness converts that to a success, so he succeeds. And now we're on Elena, who gets to draw 4. And we do this, but unfortunately Elena has no tokens left, so she is going to take 2 fear. And flip it face down. If you would discard a face up fear, flip it face down instead. Okay, so she has 2 fear. We are almost done, folks. Threat goes up by 11. Rally phase. Okay, we just got to get Gimli out of that space, and there's only 1 guy in his space. But right now it's Scout 2, and because Aragorn's next to everybody, it's Scout 3. And remember, Aragorn has Master Tactician. Okay, so let's get this done. So I got to do some shuffling with Aragorn first. And before we get bonkers with this, just understand I have this food. Okay, I have 4 tokens of it. I'm going to get rid of all 4 of them. So each one, so that means I'm going to be able to cure 8 damage or fear with it. Okay, so here's 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. I just got Aragorn healed up. Okay, and then 5 and 6 is going to be Gimli. Going to take his wounds away from him. And then 7 and 8, I'm going to do Elena. This 7 is, I have to turn this over, right? Because that's what the card says. And then I have to shuffle. I'm just going to leave them there. She has 2. And 8 is going to be 1 from Legolas. Okay? So right now, Legolas has 2 fear. And Elena has 2 fear. Everybody else is completely disease-free. Drug and disease-free so far. Okay, and then that food is pretty awesome. I don't know if I can spend all 4 in one shebang like that. It doesn't say. It just says at the start of the turn you can spend 1. It says you spend. You may deplete this item to do this. Well, at the start of the turn, I deplete it 4 times. So I don't know why it would be any other way, because having 4 charges would be useless outside of that. Okay, I have learned I need to give the helmet to Aragorn, because Aragorn has a cloak that prevents face down damage, and the helmet forces damage to be face down. So you can automatically block one of the damage if you have the 2 cards together. So I apologize for being stupid and not realizing that. But we're going to do that in the future. Bilbo, oh crap, he has the torch. Everybody in his space ignores darkness. I'm really stupid. I'm taking the 2 fear away from Elena, and I'm going to take 1 more away. I'm going to take all the fear away from Legolas as well. They didn't even need to do the tests, folks. It was that simple. So I think an inspiration is going back to Bilbo, and I don't think, yeah, Legolas didn't spend any. I think his resourceful is still, yeah, he would have, yeah. Okay, I'm not going to go back and reverse anything else. That was just really dumb of me. I still had a charge on my torch, and there's 4 characters in Bilbo's space. So the only one who had to test against the darkness was Gimli. That was really stupid of me. So I was in too much of a hurry. Okay, so I'm drawing 3 cards. This is for Aragorn, and you can see this is the situation. Lead the charge is now all of a sudden very interesting, because lead the charge allows someone else to attack. But I'm actually going to equip this one and then discard it and put this on the bottom and then draw 2 more. And now, ooh, I might equip Undying Might. But I think I'm going to equip Lead the Charge, and then these 2 are just going to go on the bottom. And I think you understand what I mean there. Also, Gimli is, see, I keep forgetting this. If you rest, guard, or hide, you gain an inspiration. So Gimli gets 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think Bilbo has room for any more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, he doesn't. Because he hid, so he would have gotten 1 too. Okay, so that was Aragorn. So now we move to Gimli. Gimli is going to spend a charge of his tome. His tome, when you scout, you may deplete this item to reveal 2 additional cards. If you do, and there's an enemy in your space, gain an inspiration. So he's gaining an inspiration. And so he's going to be drawing 5 cards right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we go. We got Ready Defense, Honed Agility, Friend of the Bears, Ready Defense, and a Weakness. The guard is good, because he could just basically provoke somebody, and then I'm going to put these on top, and I'm going to, I'm looking at his other skills. I'm going to equip and discard this. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is put the Honed Agility on the bottom for sure. What do I do with this Friend of Bears? The guard would help him, but you know what? I'm going to put the Friend of Bears on the bottom as well, and then we're going to just draw. I'm going to spend another one of his tome. So here's the 3 that we normally get to draw, and then here's 2 more. Okay, this is an awesome one. You cannot pass, but this one might be better because he gets to add a success to a might check. And that's for doing damage, right? So Yeah, I'll take the might, and then we'll do the usual suspects for the rest. Okay, Legolas went through his entire deck last time. He's still equipped with On the Hunt, so everybody nearby gains an inspiration if they attack. So here's my strategy. In order to interact with that token to leave that space, we have to provoke everybody in the space. So we're going to be taking serious damage. Whoever's going to interact with that space is going to take serious damage. Gimli could probably escape his current space and then bring guard with him to help them. And that's why I was tempted with the bear thing, right? The friend of the bears. But here's my thoughts. I'm actually going to attack with everybody that's in that space except for Elena. Elena will be the one that will do the action to escape. But we're going to attack with everybody else, and we're going to just kill the crap out of as much stuff as we can. So that way when Gimli moves into the space, we don't have to do any provokes. You see what I mean? So that's what I think I'm going to do. So let's see how this plays out. Here's Legolas. Here's his 3. They all stink. So I'm just going to discard Time of Need, put the other 2 on the bottom. And then we're going to draw 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And we got some pretty bad ones again. So I will do usual suspects, and I will at least equip the weakness and get that out of the deck. All right, so now we move to Bilbo, who is no longer hidden, but it doesn't matter. He's got that Embrace the Darkness thing. This is it. We have to win this turn or we don't win, okay? I feel really good that we can win, even if a character dies from Last Stand. You know, worst comes to worst, I can just move Gimli in to that space. Let me move you closer so you can see. I can move Gimli into that space and then just pick a character to take an onslaught. Actually, I can move Gimli into that space, and then Gimli himself could try to do that, and then we can use his all of his guards to prevent damage. I mean, that is a viable way to try to get out of this. I really think there's multiple ways to win this. All right, so Bilbo is up. And so I'm just going to take the well-nourished and then discard it. And do usual suspects. Draw 3 more. And here we go. I'm going to do honed agility. And I'm going to put the Time of Need actually on top, because he can convert those to successes. Okay, and then we move to Elena, who actually had... Oh, I'm sorry, she has a huge discard pile. That's what Elena has. All right, here's 3 for her. Okay, so we can take Endless Melody, which, well, yeah, that's fine. And we'll do that, and then we'll discard it. And she's going to take 3 more. 1, 2, 3. So this Child of Loon thing might actually be helpful, but the Crescendo of Dawn, you and nearby heroes ignore darkness and add smite to each of your attacks. At the end of the shadow phase, you discard. It would have been helpful last turn, but I'm just going to take the Child of Loon again and usual suspect the rest. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off. Aragorn, of course, has to go first because of what we just did. And I'm looking at the situation. Aragorn's going to try to kill the onesies. So we have several of them, in fact. We have this guy who's by himself, pretty easy. We have this one who is by himself, but at least is tougher. And then we have, that's the 3, and that guy's by himself. So I'm going to try to take out this archer. Okay, so let's do that. We draw 3. Actually, we don't have any successes on top of our deck. I'm going to go after one of the easier guys, one of the scouts. So I'm going to draw 3. 1, 2, and 3. Oh my gosh, how horrible is that? That's a complete fail. I have 1 token, so I can do 3 hits. That's not enough to kill one. I mean, I can do, fine. I'll spend my 1 token, and we're gonna do 3 hits to a scout. I mean, I knew I needed to go to somebody weaker, but this is really pathetic. So I just did 3. I don't think there's anything I can do. I mean, I do have a strike 2 with lead the charge. The lead the charge was going to be, so then Legolas would get an extra attack. That was the idea. I was going to do lead the charge and let Legolas get an extra attack. But you know what? I'm going to have to spend the lead the charge to kill this guy. Done. All right, so he's going to take the inspiration for himself. And now he's going to attack the other scout. There we go. There's 1 success. There's 2. And then nothing. So 2 successes is 5 hits. And we should take out the other scout. No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Done. So inspiration token goes out. And he's going to give it to Legolas. Because his turn is over. He doesn't really need one anymore. So, looking at this mess, this scout is gone, and this scout is gone. That goes with the archer. All right, so I'm going to go with Bilbo now, and Bilbo's going to attack that archer in the current space they're in. This guy. That's what we're going to do. And Bilbo gets to draw 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's what we got. We got 1 success and then 3 misses. But we have embraced the darkness, so this becomes a success no matter what. So we now have 2 successes. This guy has 5 health, so let's figure out. With 2 successes, we get 4 hits and pierce, so we need 1 more damage. And so I'm just going to spend a token to get an extra success, and he's toast. So we just killed this guy in 1 shebang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Done. Okay, so now an inspiration is given out, and he's going to give it to Legolas. All right, we can try to attack those 3 orcs in his space. I probably did this in the wrong order. But that's really what I wanted to do. See, we're clearing the space. We're just clearing it out. All that's left is 3 goblin scouts, and Bilbo attacking them is not necessary. So Bilbo is going to go ahead and just end his turn. There's no reason to prolong this. Yeah, he's just going to end his turn. So now we move to Legolas. Legolas is going to attack those 3 in his space. So Bilbo successfully got Legolas an extra token. Oh crap. Everybody who attacks gets a token because of Legolas's skill. So Bilbo wouldn't have gotten one. He was already full. Okay, Legolas. He's getting one right now because he's attacking. He has that on the hunt skill. So he's going to attack those 3 guys in his space. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need as many successes as I can get here. They are 5 health points each. Okay, so his cleave, 2 successes is all he needs. So he'll spend 1 to succeed, and he's going to keep it because he knows that they're going to reward 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of them are dead. And yes, he gained that inspiration. So done. Done, done, and done. So we just cleared out our space. And now Legolas is going to attack the one in Gimli's space. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. We got 1, 2 successes, and then we'll make it a third by spending a token. All right. So you can see this one is pretty nasty. Cleve isn't going to do squat, but he gets to do 7 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he only reduced it to 9. No. Okay. So now we go to Gimli's turn. Gimli has Restless Axe. We've been holding on to this for a long time. He gets to do, at the start of his turn, a free attack and then add 2 hits to it. So he's going to do that. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can see that's the situation. He'll spend this to make it a third success. And with 3 successes, actually he's going to keep that. He'll spend Undying Might to make it a third success. And you can see here a 3 is 6 hits, plus 2 hits in Sunder is 8. Or we can do 3 hits. Actually, he can do this to make it 4. So now he's doing 6, 9, 10, 11 in Sunder. 11 hits in Sunder is what he's going to do. So let's try it. Sunder, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's 1 away. So, oh my gosh, there's nothing I can do about this. He's 1 away, and I have no way to add 1 more. I have guards, and I have rests, but I don't have any strikes. So that's crazy. Now, one skill I keep forgetting to do, since he's attacking, this goes on top. So he's going to need it because he's going to be defending now. So we just did 11 damage to this sucker. Yes, he gets to attack. Might negates. He's going to do 4 and 3. And he's going to have to suffer an additional face-down fear if he suffers any damage. So that's 7 damage, might negates. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So he has 2. He negates 2 of the 7. So he has 5 left. Well, here's a guard 3 and a guard 2. Although this one, he can spend 1 token and that becomes a 2. So that's 4, and then that's 3 more for 7. So we just blocked all 7 damage. Okay. So now Gimli gets to do his first action, and he's going to attack him again. We're going to kill this sucker. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we got ourselves 1 success, which is enough for... Oh, we may not be able to kill him. I may... Oh gosh, I may have made a mistake spending that token. I should have spent this instead. Yeah, that would have been a smarter move. I'm sorry, folks, I was moving too fast. Yeah, I will spend that instead, and so he's going to have 2 successes. Without 2 successes, he was not going to be able to pull this off. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, he's going to gain the inspiration. And he stands perhaps even taller than before. He turns away and the orcs fire arrows to cover his retreat. Everybody gains an inspiration. It doesn't matter. His second move is just to go there. And then I know I didn't even need to attack this guy. I know you guys are probably right about everything, but we're going to escape. So the heroes win. We survived to face Adarin on the final battlefield, but first you must recover. Lore goes up by 2, and everybody gets 4 experience. Air of the orcs cannot reach your boat. They splash harmlessly into the water. Once the wave touches your boat in the air, you spin and splash in the lashing waves. You fight to keep your heads above water. Lake proves a more formidable foe than most of the monsters you fought. As you plunge deeper into the water, you feel soft hands upon you, gently pulling you back. You burst in the open air and find yourselves in a pool of calm water near the further shore of Lake Evendim. The lake still rages, but the water around you is strangely calm. You wade onto dry land, each agreeing that you felt as if you had been pulled from the waters by something or someone. But none of you can take credit for saving another. The Aid of Evensong, Chapter 11. I think this is it. Final chapter. If you were not for benevolent intelligence calming the waters, perhaps it's worth your time to seek the aid of this intelligence before continuing onward. You will need all your help you can get to defeat Adarin and his army after all. The next adventure map will be a journey map. So we got like a boatload of experience here. I don't know what to do. I mean, we can equip all those extra cards, but that just clutters our deck. I'm getting a little bit more pleased, you know, that we got enough that we're going to be able to upgrade some stuff. It's not everything, but 64 is better than where we were. We went up by almost 20 points. So I am happy about that. I know I bitched a lot, and we got some other upgrades. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I'll clean up for the next mission, and then we'll do this, okay? So thank you for watching. Stay awesome. And I know that last mission, we could have won in several ways, and I probably did it. I was probably being a little too snazzy in the way I did it. But I got to pay attention to the order of things and when I spend a token or don't, instead of being careless. Because that last battle was a perfect example of, you know, you need to make sure. So anyways, thanks for watching. Stay awesome. I'll clean up, and then we'll upgrade and get going.